Hello everyone, we're Team 12. I'm Harry, and we got Jason, Karima, Jack, and Tucker in the group. We studied General Ben's Brewery Company as our small business, and we identified a couple marketing problems and solutions for this company. So let's get to it.
Some background information of Gentle Ben's Brewing Company is that it is a two-story restaurant and bar which opened on the corner of Tyndall Avenue and University Boulevard, right next to our beautiful campus of the University of Arizona. In 1991, Gentle Ben's Brewing Company came onto the scene when a man named Dennis Arnold began to start brewing beer. Now located at 865 East University Boulevard, they originally started at 841 North Tyndall Avenue, which was a private residence and which was used by former U of A presidents and had a few stints as hotels and fraternities. Gentle Ben's offers great food and drinks, an outside patio, and a bar on both the first and second floor. It also offers catering services, and it can be rented out as an event venue as well.
Now that we have a little bit of background knowledge about Gentle Ben's, we're going to take a look at some problems that arise and then provide some solutions to overcome them. So looking at our first problem that could potentially arise for Gentle Ben's, this is definitely the one that pertains most to our target audience in college students, and that's the price. While Gentle Ben's does specialize in serving quality food and drinks, they're definitely known to be a bit more on the expensive side, and that's especially in a comparison with restaurants right across the street and on University as well. A main solution that we thought of to fix this problem is to frame our consumers into thinking that they're going to get more value out of what they pay. So for the brunch option, which is new for Gentle Ben's, and they're encouraging people to come in and drive foot traffic in the morning, instead of a $6 mimosa, it's probably better to encourage a $20 option that allows them access to endless mimosas. That's going to drive way more foot traffic and encourage people to come back and really make it a tradition that they want to go to Gentle Ben's for brunch when they want to go out on the weekends. Moving on to our next potential problem that we may face, it's just something I talked about previously when talking about price, and it almost goes hand in hand with price because when you're a restaurant with some higher prices, you're going to have competitors with lower prices, and our problem we're dealing with here is alternative options. Even though the location of Gentle Ben's is truly what makes it great and a staple on campus, there are three really amazing options right across the street. I mean, you can get a $3 slice of pizza at no anchovies, you can get an $8 burrito at Illegal Pete's, and even Frog and Firkin has a really great menu with some reasonable prices. So in order to stand out from this Evoke set, Gentle Ben's needs to do something a little bit different. And a deal that we came up with pertains mainly to freshmen, and it really could be any deal. It could be endless appetizers the first week of school, or buy one get one free on burgers, but something to keep them coming back and really just prime their minds using utilitarian function to realize that they had a great experience at Gentle Ben's the first time, and it'll always be like that moving forward.
Another problem they could have is space efficiency. Even though they already have a great floor plan on the first floor, there are a couple problems on the second floor need to be fixed by space arrangement. So the first problem is the booth on the second floor, which they never use for neither events or dining. As you can see on the first two pictures, the booth has taken a lot of space on the dance floor, and the arrow on the first picture actually points to the stage. So if they can get rid of these booths, they could add more square feet on the dance floor. The other problem is the gate between dance floor and the balcony is kind of small. I circled the gate on the third picture, and the lines are the size of the balcony area. As you can see, the gate is kind of small compared to the size of the balcony, and making the gate bigger can connect more area to the dance floor, which means expanding the dance floor to the balcony. So both solutions can increase the capacity of customers for the second floor.
In this part, I want to talking some about grouping and word of mouth. As we know, people are social animals, and people need make more friends to build new relationship, and people need a group or person to share their either positive or negative emotions. Also, a strong minimum group paradigm can develop a company's word of mouth and invest more future customers. Which means if a person who has really good experience in these restaurants, they may welcome their parents or friends working in these restaurants in the next sense. Uh, Gentlemen need to give more chance about welcome customers to play music, prepare for customers' birthday party or any other festival activities to customers. And the gentlemen has this ability because they have more space and their second floors can be using for any live house shows or any party, this kind of activities to the customers.
Another problem that Gentle Benz has is the need to build brand community in other areas except college students. Gentle Benz offers a terrific brand community, tailoring to social students at the University of Arizona, but needs to expand their communities to different ages and communities of people. An example of a competitor who is a brand community that tailors to not only college students but to adults and elderly as well as Frog and Firkin, who has the 50 Beer Club, a club that gives you a card to keep track of how many different beers of theirs that you've tried, and an exclusive t-shirt you get if you succeed in trying 50 of the beers. While thinking about building a bigger brand community, our group came up with some ideas on how to do so. Our first idea is to have nights dedicated to specific groups, such as a night where military veterans get 50% off. This would not only encourage this group to come to Gentle Benz, but in the process they could meet each other and it might lead to a weekly thing for a lot of the veterans. Another way is to increase the merchandising sector of their business. The more merchandise that is sold, the more that people would talk to each other and bond over the brand, such as University of Arizona students and alum when they see each other wearing the logo out in public. Another solution would be to create loyalty program such as where you get perks for going on certain days, or if you have a punch card if you've gone a certain amount of times. This will create more camaraderie within the community of people who are regulars there. The final way that they can build a bigger brand community is by appealing to families. Like some restaurants I can think of do, having a family picture wall is a fun thing for families to go back to the restaurant and see their photo together on the wall. This kind of restaurant gives off a family vibe to it and is something fun for families to do.
And the last part, I want talking some about advertisement. Gentleman is one of the biggest bar restaurants around the campus of the University of Arizona, but they do not have lots of advertising power to influence the customer, which means there still have lots of people they never hear this restaurant before, or even though some customers hear this restaurant but they don't have lots of motivated want to work in these restaurants because they don't have enough information or some good news about these restaurants. For gentlemen's advertisements, I think they can use some skills like memory, sensation, and the perception will help these advertisements videos or anything ways to become more successful. And it will give the customers a welcome feeling when they walk in, and also the advertisements can give customers more information about these restaurants.
To sum up, Gentleman has been offering a place with quality beers and great food for consumers to relax and spend time with their friends and family. But here are a handful of problems that the company might have regarding to the marketing section. First, use cover charge to solve the problems of relative higher product prices than other competitors at the boulevard. Second, offer freshman discounts to stand out from the competitors in consumers' involved and consideration sets. Third, gentle bands might like to make space arrangement on the second floor to increase space efficiencies. Also, a strong minimal paradigm helps to develop a company's word of mouth. What's more, to expand the brand community, the company could offer customized events for their customers and increase the merchandising sector and so on. Lastly, the company could use the skills of memory, sensation, and perceptions to improve their low advertising power. That's all for our team presentation. Thank you.